Here today we are gonna learn about operating system. This course is made for the people who are preparing for GATE, but it is not only restricted to them. Anyone for the regular course can also watch this video. So our very first question arises while studying operating system is that what is operating system? If you ask different people, everybody has a different view of operating system, and it varies from person to person. But as a textbook definition suggests, operating system is acts as an intermediary between the user and the hardware, and the other definition suggests that it provides a basis for application software. Elaborating on the point, a basis for application software means that operating system acts as a platform on which multiple software can run. Uh, Another definition suggests for the operating system is that it manages the computer hardware. Uh, if we break it into two parts, it means resource allocator and control program. Okay. So operating system has a different view for every person, and what we are mainly concerned about how we look as an operating system is like a resource allocator and a control program. Okay, so what is resource allocator? Resource allocator is like you allocate resources uh, uh, to different processes. Resources can be of many types, such as CPU time, I/O devices, memory space, file storage, etc. Okay, so if we want to relate it to an example in real life, operating system can be related to, like as I have studied, like a government. As government has multiple parts or functions like a foreign ministry, Ministry of Home Affairs, for transport and ministry, etc. Similarly, operating system comprises of memory management, process management, I/O device management, and file management, and many more, for such as you can say, like privacy, security, uh, many more things. Not only restricted to only these things, many more things comprises of operating system. So what is the basic objective of operating system? Operating systems has basically two objectives, two main objectives. There are multiple objectives for an operating system, and uh, objective changes depending upon the type of operating system we are using. So basic or the main objective of the operating system, or we can say the main objective for the type of systems we use, are convenience and efficiency. So why convenience and efficiency? See, in earlier operating system, it was difficult to operate. Okay. So we need the system to be more convenient to be used by the general public. Therefore, the main objective of the operating system is to be uh, convenient or easy to use. So OS makes computer more convenient to use. In earlier times, people use command lines to interact with the system, but it is very hectic, and person used to remember lots of code to do basic things. But here, with the help of GUI, graphic user interface, from which most of us interact with the operating system, makes us easier to interact with the operating system. The second thing is operating system should be very efficient. Of Efficiency changes from devices to device. For example, if you are using a mobile phone, the efficiency should be in terms of battery, as it should last long. And if you are using such as a desktop, then efficiency should be in terms of resource allocation, as you have abundant supply of power at your disposal while you are using a desktop. Okay. So efficiency is like an OS allows the computer's resource to be used in an efficient manner. So if we look in this chart, where a center of everything lies as the user, because a user interact with the operating system. Then what a user interact with is mostly the application software, and application software requires the operating system uh, to interact, and then OS runs on the hardware. And hardware consists of CPU, memory, I/O devices, and many more things. So, uh, there are terms which you should be familiar with. Is one of the two terms that you should be very familiar with are processes and programs. So, what is a program? Program can be anything that is stored in a secondary storage. It The program that's stored in a secondary storage need not to be compiled, need not to be accurate. For example, like error-free, bug-free. But a process is something which is compiled and are loaded into the memory. So process is always in the memory, process is always in the memory, and a program resides in uh, program is reside in the secondary storage. So here's the definition: process is program which is loaded into memory and executes. Okay. So the when we start our system, the very first thing that happen is post. Post is power on self test. It check the system that the necessary things required to start this required to start the system is attached and is in working condition. So very first thing what happens when we activate our system is power on self-test. Then the first program that executes is the bootstrap program. It's basically, you can say, a firmware. It is stored in ROM or EEPROM depending upon your system. And now new systems comes with like two different firmware, so you can switch between BIOSes. Okay, it initializes all the aspects of the system, and it locates and load the very first instruction to be executed by operating system into the memory. So the most important function of a bootstrap program is to locate and load operating systems, the very first instruction executed by the operating system into the memory for execution. Yeah. So here we conclude our first video. And we will continue with this and have a damn good day.